Hi, guys. All right, Capricorns, welcome back. So, Cappies, let's go ahead and jump on into a full moon message. Please bear in mind this is the pink moon, which is called the pink moon because it's the time where the pink creeping phlox, that flower, little star shaped flower, is kind of really showing up and blossoming, at least in North America. And this is a full moon that is specifically going to be good for matters of romance, unity, heart-centered energy. And full moons tend to be great at, bringing things to the surface that have been buried in the subconscious. So we'll keep all that in mind as we get to this. But one thing I would like to add into all of this is just if you guys caught the urgent message that we had, it was super exciting. So today, which, tonight is when our full moon rises, but earlier today, we sent some astronauts around the moon for the first time in like 54 years. And so I recorded in real time that live video, which was our urgent message during the time of the launch. And we kind of like, we're kind of like half, watching it happen as we were doing that story. Because I want to know as we're sending, energy toward the moon, I wanted to know what is the moon message. So check out that urgent message because it was a really exciting one and a beautiful one and very timely for this particular moon. But now let's get to this for Capricorn. So we start with the Five of Pentacles, Capricorn, and we have the moon upright. Okay, so first off, there's a message direct from the moon right now about loss. And it is about minimizing either the feeling of loss or acknowledging where that feeling is coming from, sleuthing it out, asking oneself, am I carrying some kind of feeling about loss? Because we have a 10 of Wands sideways. It's time to lay that burden down. Can I ask, though, why the moon? Because this almost feels like it's murky still, like it's hidden. Five of Swords. Okay, so right now it gives us this idea that internally in the subconscious, particularly in regards to the matters of love, there could be something where either Capricorn still feels discombobulated because they are picking up on somebody else who's angry at themselves. I don't know if Capricorn was dealing with an air sign, or possibly a moon sign as Pisces, though, too. Seven of Cups sideways. I'm going to say right now, the thing that has been hidden and the thing that is being revealed is that a heaviness or a sense of melancholy is not coming from Capricorn. That's why it's like, evaluate where is this feeling of loss coming from and evaluate, like, why would you carry that? Is there a sense of, sometimes we have like a feeling of dread or a feeling of worry, but it's not actually ours. I know when I get overly exhausted, I will start to worry about stuff a lot more. That's kind of one of my first signals that I'm actually really dragged out and really pulled down is I get really worried about stuff. And I think that's such a curious thing. You know how like little kids get cranky? I get worried and probably cranky. But worry is my first signal that I'm tired. And I'm just wondering if like it's possible, I'm using it as an analogy, but like if Capricorn has been feeling some kind of like general, like fretting or feeling of like, feels like I lost something that I was supposed to have. I don't know where this feeling is coming from. This says it ain't coming from Capricorn. Sorry. My baby is out there singing his doggy song, agreeing like, it ain't you, girl. It ain't Capricorn's fault. This is not coming from Capricorn or, buddy or whomever. Good job, Aries. Good boy. You did wonderful. We have Three of Swords. We have the Fool. This is somebody else. Somebody else feels heartbroken. Somebody else feels mad at themselves that they maybe they did break Capricorn's heart, but they're the ones angry at themselves, causing all of this confusion. If you look at the Seven of Cups, again, this could be like Capricorn's like, well, I don't get it. Why would they be so mad? And it's like, they might be mad because they feel like a damn fool, especially if they did hurt Capricorn. But I still don't think that this is Capricorn feeling like they lost anything. I feel like it is them projecting this feeling of, I hate the way I handle things with Capricorn. And it just feels like this is coming in really, really strong. And it is muddying the waters and making it really hard for Capricorn to figure out, what am I feeling? Queen of Swords sideways. They may think Capricorn hates them also, um, or is mad at them. I don't think so. Especially if their energy is, there's Capricorn, there's the World card. They think about this all the time. I feel like they have a lot of sleepless nights. I feel like they are. This is one of those huge energies of transference. And remember, on one hand, we talk about the moon as the stuff that's hidden, right? And we also talk about the moon as the powerful gravitational pull, right? Because although the moon is like a fourth of the size of Earth. Sorry, guys, my asthma's kicking back up. Sorry, that's why I was away most of the day yesterday. So sorry. So sorry for all the noises. Between Aries barking and me coughing, I'm sure this is a lovely video. This feels like, because the moon is smaller than the Earth, but it has such a powerful gravitational pull on the Earth, it could definitely be, tugging at energy and making a character, feel some kind of way, feeling like, wow, I keep getting sucked into somebody else's energetic orbit. Well, yeah, because that's all they're thinking about. They're focusing their energy on Capricorn, and their energy on Capricorn, and imagining that Capricorn was mad at them, hates them, has moved on, but may also have cried themselves to sleep a whole lot. This is somebody who feels awful about whatever happened between themselves and Capricorn. The thing for this story, though, is that I think that the mystery here is, why is Capricorn feeling this odd sense of like longing for something and they can't figure out what it is? The big message here is Capricorn, it isn't Capricorn's energy, it's theirs. What is the message just for Capricorn? The best energy flow for Cap to be in? Clairvoyance, inspiration, interpretation, trust. Okay, so yes, Capricorn may be a clairvoyant, or they're picking up on other people's energy, specifically this person who keeps thinking about them in these like self-loathing, angry ways, because the way they feel they treated Capricorn. They don't like what they did, and they're projecting this out at Capricorn, not because they're mad at Capricorn, because they're mad at themselves. They feel like a fool. They feel like it cost them this relationship, and somehow that they betrayed Capricorn, and they're very angry at themselves about this. And without meaning to, Capricorn is like tuning into that radio frequency and keeps picking up their energy flow. Okay. So that, instead of getting irritated now at oneself and being like, well, can I stop tuning into their radio frequency? The universe is like, oh, it's quite a gift that Capricorn has, though, even if it's not really what they would like to have as a gift. The inspiration, interpretation, and trust. Something here about Capricorn, just trust that there's a reason that Capricorn is able to pick up on this flow. Like, there must be some benefit. Can we just see what that benefit might be for Capricorn? Justice and High Priestess in the reverse. Okay, so on one hand, Capricorn, this isn't because, oh, this is a person I'm supposed to get back with. It's actually a validation. It's like the universe wants Capricorn to know, listen, that person that betrayed, they're having a hell of a time right now. What they did, the way they behaved, especially toward Capricorn, especially if this is somebody who really hurt Capricorn, they are living in that nightmare, only it's a waking nightmare because it really happened. They did all this, and they have to live with the way they behaved. And it is eating at them. And it is something that, this is the karma, right? If Capricorn ever wondered, does that, is there any balance in the universe? Yeah, there is. It's the fact that this person has to live in the memory of what they did and what they lost, which was Capricorn. And I think the other validation here is that Capricorn is really intuitive. And for some reason, that is all this is about. It's not about like, okay, then Capricorn should take them back or anything like that. It's just Capricorn, somebody that really hurt Capricorn. They are getting their karma right now. And the biggest part of their karma is the fact that they blew it with Capricorn. And I would say that is probably like the best kind of, energetic balance. It's like, oh, okay, so you don't treat somebody nice, then you can't have that person in your life. And that's when they realize, but oh my God, I actually love that person. Why didn't I treat them better? Now I know what I had and I lost it because of my own actions. I mean, that's a tough one to live in. That's a tough space to live in. Okay, as far as anything else moving forward for Capricorn during this full moon, Ace of Swords, this is the energetic cord being cut. They had to be able to transmit their grief and their frustration at having lost Capricorn. They had to tune that into Capricorn's frequency, or Capricorn had to know that, because now it allows Capricorn to say, okay, well, I can close that chapter. I mean, sucks to be them. Maybe it's validating to know that they know what they lost with me, but I can move on now. That's what this isn't like to bug Capricorn. This is so that Capricorn can let go. Ace of Swords, and then we go to the Two of Cups. Universe, is this somebody new on the horizon for Capricorn? Nine of Cups is definitely joy and celebration on the horizon. Look, I'm going to go ahead and say that person that, I mean, Capricorn would know exactly who this character is from their past, right? Whomever betrayed them, and they might have betrayed Capricorn for a karmic or something. They picked somebody instead of Capricorn. They picked a Queen of Swords sideways, and that Queen of Swords sideways was everything that you would expect a Queen of Swords sideways to be, which was a train wreck, like somebody who could be harsh with them, mean to them sometimes, somebody that might be controlling, but it might also reflect some of their own, like they got what they deserved with the partner that they picked. And I'm sorry to say that. It sounds very vindictive. I don't mean it that way, but Capricorn needed closure from that, because there is somebody else that's a real Two of Cups. Get this final closure and know that some karmic justice came into play, and know that they can trust their own intuition on things, so that now Capricorn can be just as certain that somebody new, a real Two of Cups is coming into Capricorn's life. I think Capricorn is going to celebrate today. I think that they're going to feel lighter and brighter. And again, I don't mean it vindictive. I just think Capricorn is going to feel somehow like, some weight is off my shoulders. Page of Coins. This new romance or this new partnership could come up fairly quickly. I don't know if Capricorn is going to be buying a book, carrying a book, renting a book or a movie, or, doing something, or if they were on somebody's books. But we do have a book here. Capricorn could work as a bookkeeper, or they could be somebody who's just going to be kicking it somehow, reading something tonight, and this already starts their next chapter. I don't know if they're going to hear from this new person, this Two of Cups. Can I see anything about who they might be? Six of Swords. It's more like Capricorn's life is, their life story is going to be driving them toward this person. I don't think Capricorn's going to hear from this new Two of Cups person tonight, but can we see anything about the actual Two of Cups? Because it isn't the person from the past. Not in this story. We have an Ace of Cups. We have the Star. And look at the Milky Way galaxy coming in so bright and so beautiful here. And then we have the Seven of Swords. It's kind of sweet, because it could be that somebody, that person who's so right for Capricorn, the real Two of Cups, is just now kind of being sent to them. They may have seen Capricorn once. They could have fallen in love with Capricorn at first sight, even though Capricorn may not know who we're talking about just yet. With the Star, this could be somebody from a distance. This could be somebody that does a little bit of spying once in a while, on Capricorn. This could be somebody that already has Capricorn, on their mind. Maybe Capricorn's met this person through like a group setting, or Capricorn we have the Page of Cups. Again, somebody sitting here holding the book. I don't know if this is somebody that Capricorn is almost thinking into existence, or reading about a character who's much like who this person will actually be. But it feels like they already know about Capricorn, or maybe Capricorn's a writer and they've read the books Capricorn has read. Maybe they've looked up Capricorn and been like, oh my God, and they're so attractive, and I love the way their brain works. It could be something a little bit like that. It just feels so serendipitous, but also so guided by the stars, right? I feel like this person is coming into Capricorn's world, but it's going to feel like they come out of the pages of a storybook. They're going to be, even the way this love story could evolve. Seven of Pentacles. See, I wonder if this is somebody who's had emotions for Capricorn for a long time, even though they have never made their emotions known. That could be the hidden aspect. This could be somebody who's, I'm thinking like in that TV program Frasier, how like Niles, the brother, was like in love with Daphne for like 7 seasons, before finally like saying something, or some huge amount of time. I don't know if it was 7, but it feels almost like that. Like somebody could have literally been in love with Capricorn, but the time was never right until now. They could have lived away from Capricorn, but always still known who Capricorn was. This could have been somebody who had the hots for Capricorn back in junior high. And now, 30 years later, they finally are, maybe they're looking at Capricorn on Facebook. I didn't think about that with the book. Maybe that's like a signal for something like that, an online social media profile. But it feels like they are coming back to town, or they are coming back into Capricorn's life. This is perfect. This is perfect. Last question here. Does Capricorn know anything about this person, or would they know who this person is? Emperor. Yeah, but Capricorn might have known this person as a boss, or as somebody who they thought was married, or somebody that, and they might be dead wrong about that. Or maybe this is, if you had a crush on somebody in junior high, and then, but they still think about Capricorn from time to time. They might have gone off in a different direction in life. Maybe they did get married, whatever. Or maybe Capricorn just erroneously thinks that must have happened. Whoever this is, it's somebody that I think will dazzle Capricorn. That's absolutely amazing. So this full moon is really important. It's not that it's bringing Capricorn immediately into this Emperor's arms, but it is instead the time where Capricorn is learning something about their own clairvoyance, their own awareness, that they can sense when somebody else is like really thinking of them, or at least certainly this person from their past who made a lot of mistakes. But it's also to let Capricorn know, like, they are sitting in their karma. Like, as much as I don't think this person's going to reach out and say sorry for what happened in the past, I still think this is the equivalent of that, like Capricorn finding out they are sorry about what happened with us. All right, I'm going to leave this here. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Thanks for being with me. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up. Bye.